Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan, illustrated by Mark Evans. Here at the bottom, you can see also the Llewellyn.com website, along with their names and the name of the tarot, of course. Supportive Oracle cards. Spellcasting Oracle cards by Flavia, Barbara, and Lisbeth. They're the full names or full spellings of their names if you would like them. There's also some websites in the back. I usually notice the shewhoisart.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check out whatever you would like, of course. Okay. What do we have for Leo? Two cards pushing out of the bottom. All right, somebody. Okay, it doesn't have to be this way for everybody. It could be a lover from the past. It doesn't have to be that. Could be somebody that was a good friend from the past, or somebody in your family that you were a lot closer. This might be like somebody you grew up with in your family, that maybe when you were younger you used to hang out with them all the time, and now after the last few years maybe you're just barely see each other. Something along those lines. This is a deep connection with whoever it is. So it could be a lover from the past, somebody that you used to be closer to, a friendship from the past. I don't know if it's still here, though. It seems like it's something from the past that's returning. It doesn't have to be romantic. It does not have to be. When it comes around, though, whatever this is coming around, it seems to make you uneasy. Kind of like, oh, okay. Makes me wonder if this is like, there was a very strong connection in the past, but maybe that had its downside as well as its upside. Maybe this is somebody maybe I got in trouble with. Or maybe this is somebody that, like, when it was good, it was great. When it was bad, it was horrible. Could be one of those hot-cold connections. Kind of like when we got along, we were great. When we didn't, the police got called. It was bad. Even though you do have a very strong emotional connection to this person, I'm not sure you really want them to come back. I feel like I don't want them to come back. Because I'm getting the Seven of Wands, like, I don't know. Leo is not usually shy about communicating. If you need to say something, you'll just say it. You don't really overthink it, you just do it. Just like, that's what I'm thinking, there you go. It's the truth, at least. Usually, I would say, right? You guys are pretty truthful from what I've seen. I don't feel like you guys let it linger long enough for you to say anything other than the truth. You're thinking it, there it goes. That's what it is. No, I feel like I'm like, I don't want to. But I'm conflicted, because, like, again, when you have something to say, you usually just say what you need to say. The empowerment with this Ace of Swords for Leo is not saying anything. Kind of like, I don't want to open that ball. I don't want to open that ball of wax, or I don't want to get into that Pandora's box. I don't want to get into that can of worms. I don't want to do it. Could I? Yes, very easily. It takes more strength to not say something. And it's kind of like, I don't have to say anything, but giving yourself permission to not say something. Are you... I'm seeing the center card, so let me just get some clarity before I pick them up. Ten of Cups reversed. And what's this other one? The Moon card. The Moon card is on the dice. Is it the Moon card or the... No, that's the Death card. There's the moon card over to the side, though. It's kind of holding out here. Kind of like somebody wants to come back from the past, but there was really good and there was really not so good. I don't know if I really want that. I feel like I'm very uncomfortable with it. Keep yourself busy. That's the easiest way to get around this. Do overtime at work. Don't spend a lot of time at home. Wherever this person is, just avoid that place. Find something else to do. You always have something to do, it seems like. Leo always has something to do. If you want to do something else, just do something else. I feel like you could just kind of like wait this out if you want to. That seems to be a viable option. Just keep yourself busy with a lot of other things, especially if you're one of those people that, there's a lot of work to do at work and you can do overtime. Just do a lot of overtime during this time. Get all that stuff done. Distract yourself that way. Because I feel like I don't want this coming back. Ironically, you're stressed, kind of like, life is good right now. I don't want it to be weird. I don't want it to be in shambles. I don't want to have unnecessary problems. You do seem to really care about this person. But it's kind of like, yeah, but it was better in the past, and there's a lot that I don't want to come back. It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. Things go wonky. I don't think they should be around. I don't feel like I have bad energy towards them. I'm just like, yeah, but no, I don't think we should be hanging out. I don't think we should be around. I think we should leave the past in the past. It's a very weird feeling for me anyway, to really like somebody but not want them around at the same time. Because I feel like that's what it is. I really like them, but I don't want them around. If things were different, if we were younger, or if things were, no, I don't even know about that. For some of you, but like, no, now that I know what I know, I don't think it's a good idea. Still care about them, but like, no, we shouldn't do that. Stress. There's stress with it. Avoiding. They are telling you, though, I feel like they're just giving you a heads up on this one. If you avoid it long enough, I feel like it'll put the lid on the situation. It'll not only stay in the past for now, it'll stay in the past permanently. As long as that's okay with you, then do that. I feel like there's a few of you who are kind of like, well, it's not about if I'm okay with it, it's how it's best. The situation has problems. And it's like, if I bring this person back into my life, there's no way to get them in my life without getting problems that come with them as well. It always causes issues. It always has debacle written all over it at some point. I always hit some point where I'm like regretting that I brought them back into my life, or that, I know that I shouldn't. If you avoid them long enough this time, I don't feel them returning after this, because I get the Two of Swords, I get the closure. I get that they seem to feel like you don't want them around. They feel like a fish out of water. They get the hint that you don't want them around. And I feel like they'll leave you alone after this. So if that's what you want, this is what will make that happen. Is there anything else I need to say about that? About them kind of disappearing? Seven of Swords and the Aquarius, not Aquarius, the Star card, which does boil down to the Aquarius. Doesn't have to be an Aquarius you're dealing with, by the way. The only thing I can see them, if you avoid them long enough, it does bring closure. Let them disappear. At some point after the closure has been met, you might get like a nasty message, is what I'm getting. I would just not react to it if you can. It's up to you whether that's viable or not, or if that's doable or not. I feel like you might get a nasty message. Kind of like their feelings are hurt that you've been avoiding them, and they're like, I know you've been avoiding me, Leo, and then they have some nasty things to say. If you can just not react to it, I don't know if that's doable, because I know when you have something to say, you just say it, right? But you've avoided it this long. It's up to you if you're going to keep going with that. if you just let it go into the past and just ignore the message, especially if it's a nasty message, I feel like done is done. We don't have to worry about it. If you respond to that message, where does that go for Leo? If Leo responds to that message, does it matter? Wild card information, in the sense of like the Wheel of Fortune goes back and forth. I feel like it's going to be a tit for tat, if that's the right way to say that. I feel like I'm gonna end up in a conversation that I don't really want anyway, that goes nowhere, that just is not making me happy. It just doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't improve your life in any sense. I don't feel like, well, I told you. I don't feel any of that going on. I just feel like every time I say something to them, they have something else negative to say right back. I would avoid it if you can. Otherwise, it just seems to go back and forth until somebody just stops answering anyway. So if they start it, if you just don't even play, then it never really began. So I feel like that's the best I can tell you for that. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.